The best floor plan built by Highland Homes is right here in Santa Rita Ranch. In this video, I'm walking you through why so many people are calling this the best floor plan built by Highland Homes. Now, this is the 222 plan. This specific home was just closed on by my clients. They actually built this home from scratch, but rest assured, if you like what you see in this plan, there are many communities we'll talk about throughout this video that you can build this floor plan in. Now, it is fairly obvious why so many people like this plan. It's got this grand entrance that's open to the second story. You're gonna see that openness also in the main living area, which we're gonna walk right out to. But I think it's the kitchen that is the absolute showstopper in this plan, and I can't wait to show you all this in detail. Now, this specific home has 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, and has a 3-car tandem garage. We're over 3,600 square feet, and like I mentioned earlier, we're open to the second story. Now, there are some structural upgrades that my clients did in this home that I think are absolutely fantastic. One of them is right in front of us. You have these tall sliding glass doors that open from the middle, really open up this living room space. But like I mentioned earlier, it's all about the kitchen, and that's exactly where we're gonna start. Now, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders. So I'm gonna give you the perspective of walking these homes with dozens and dozens of buyers. Now, what I hear so many people say about this kitchen is, first off, the kitchen island size is massive. And what I think complements the size of this island are the 2-tone kitchen cabinets, where my clients did a wrap around this kitchen island that matches up really well with the vent hood and provides this very cool contrast that you're seeing in this kitchen. Now, what I think ties everything together is the movement here in this kitchen island. And by the way, the new code changes, most builders are abiding by this, where you can't do outlets anymore on the kitchen island. So I thought this was smart. My clients put in a pop-up outlet there, but it's really the kitchen island movement in the countertops, as well as the movement that's in this backsplash that's tying in all the great contrast of colors in this kitchen. And this designer vent hood's one of the first things you notice, along with the kitchen island size, as soon as you round the corner into this main living area. On top of all this, cabinets. So many of my clients say, I want to add cabinets everywhere, but it's all about budget, right? Cabinets do come with quite the price tag, but I think in this floor plan, the cabinets getting extended all the way to that back wall just make this kitchen look massive. Now, I'm gonna keep using that word throughout this video because as we look at the pantry here, you're gonna find there are many parts of this plan that are very different from what most builders build around this square footage. In fact, when my clients walked this home as a model home that was fully staged out, they didn't believe that this plan could be built on a 60-foot wide lot. We had toured many homes that could be built on 60-foot wide lots, and they just didn't feel as grand as this one, didn't feel as wide as this one. But there are definitely different parts of this plan that just play games with your eyes and make things look so massive. The kitchen's definitely one of them, but wait until you see the primary bathroom, wait until you see the outdoor patio. And again, there are a couple of rooms that we're gonna see later on that you wouldn't think are very important, but so many people tell me they're one of the most important parts of their home. And we're gonna cover both of those rooms later on in the video. Now, when we were thinking about putting the cabinets in this space, it's called a hutch and extends the cabinetry all the way down to the back wall. One of the cons of doing that is we felt like it might cut into the space in the breakfast nook area. So what my clients planned for was putting in a bench right where I'm standing so you could maximize space in this breakfast nook area. Meaning you can put a table right up against the wall, but people can still sit back here on that bench that my clients put in after closing. Now, if you want a picture of what that looks like, reach out to me. I have a lot of clients putting in things after closing that make a lot of sense, make the home feel very functional, and that I thought was one of them that was so useful. This is also useful, putting in a floor outlet for recliners or a phone charger, and then putting up electrical on the wall to hide your wires when you mount your TV up on that wall. What's also useful is having high ceilings that just make this living room feel so grand. And like I mentioned before, everything being open to each other is playing such a role in how this home feels, where you see the double doors that we first walked in, the sliding glass doors hit you as soon as you walk in through the front door. And then some of the design elements my clients put in here are just amazing. For example, they're one of the few homes that put in pavers on the back patio as well as the front patio. And I think this makes such a big difference. Most builders will just keep this as concrete, so it's unfinished. I've had clients put in tile after closing, and I think that looks great, but I don't think anything rivals the pavers that are here that are such a fun design element to have on a back patio. And then it's all about ceiling height. We showed the ceilings when you first walked in the front door in the living room. Take a look at the ceiling height here on the back patio that looks out to this backyard. Now, after we go through this backyard, we're gonna go back inside. I can't wait for you to see the primary bedroom, and that primary bathroom's incredible. And then there are different rooms at the front of the home that I do wanna showcase as well. I wanna cover a couple things while we head back out here. And I also wanna show you later on in the video, we're gonna get up to the game room where there are a couple bedrooms upstairs and a surprise room that you wouldn't expect on many homes around this square footage, but I think it's so important to have. We'll cover that later on as well. What I wanna cover now is a couple things. First off, there are so many communities that you can build this plan, the 222 plan, in Texas. There are several communities in Dallas, Fort Worth, several communities in Houston. You can even build it in San Antonio. And here in Austin, there are 4 communities we can build this plan in at the time I'm recording this video. But I'm hoping that it expands to more communities because there's so many great upgrades that you can do in this plan. This is actually one of them. There is an extended primary suite option that was offered for us that I thought was such a good upgrade to have. Makes this bedroom feel much bigger. Normally it would be cut off right at that inset in the wall and it would just be 3 windows. But with that extended primary suite, they add an extra window there and you just get a little bit extra space in there. Now that's great in the primary bedroom, but this is fantastic in the primary bathroom. And this is where we felt the home looked so grand because of rooms like this. You enter this primary bathroom, you have vanities on either side. I like how they extended the cabinetry down for an extra vanity. But it's all about the freestanding tub and this backsplash tile. But notice what my clients did here. They picked this floor tile that had great movement in it, and that just draws your eye in. And then this backsplash behind the freestanding tub just forces your eyes to look up and recognize the great ceiling height that's in this bathroom. And this is where I think design meets great flow, and it comes together to make a home and a space feel so grand. It's because of these different elements in the home that makes such a big difference. This backsplash tile and the floor tile being 2 of those design pieces that I think are absolutely fantastic. Notice also the colors in this bathroom are still with the pattern that are in this home. Like, it does match up with some of the colors that were used in the kitchen with the countertops and the backsplash in the kitchen, but it still makes this space feel unique just because the pattern of that kitchen backsplash was definitely different than what we've seen previously, and the colors that we're using here are similar. It's in the pattern of this home, but it's still unique to this space. And I think my clients really hit it out of the park with the design that they put into this home, and the fact that we were already in love with the home based on the structure. I just love seeing that come together, especially, after waiting months to see these homes get completed. It is always quite the journey to go on when we build these homes from scratch. And with that in mind, I got to give a shout out to my clients. I appreciate them so much for allowing me to put this home on YouTube, because years ago, they actually reached out to me through a video that they saw of me doing home tours of other homes with builders. And they ended up building in this community on their first home about 4 years ago. And they loved the process so much that they ended up building this home and buying in the same community that they've lived in for quite a few years now. So I can't say it enough. I'm so excited for them to enjoy this home and to see it come together. I told them right from the beginning, they're not rookies anymore. They're veterans. They've done this before. They know how to build. They know what to look for. And I just think this came out so well. I was so excited to capture it for them. But also, I want to show this to you to inspire you. A lot of people are very intimidated by the idea of building from scratch and picking all your upgrades. And that makes sense. There are a lot of upgrades to choose. And even before that, you got to pick the floor plan and the builder and a lot. There's just so many decisions that need to be made. But I think my clients can attest, once you go through that process and you get more of what you want, because when you pick your upgrades, obviously you can pick upgrades based on how you want to live in the home, how you see yourself living in the home, and you can pick fun things that really resonate with you. You just tend to get more of what you want. And that end reward of getting a home like this and picking all your upgrades to exactly what you want, it's so worth it in the long run. And I think that's what we found now doing this a second time. Okay, moving on, we are in the dining room, hence the light fixture. In this room, what so many people tell me they like is this space right here. It's perfect for a dining room dish cabinet. If you search for dining room dish cabinets, even after you close, there's lots of different furniture pieces that you can fit in there to store dishes, but also have as a design piece. And other than design and storage, I think that space is great just to cut off the dining room from the living room. So it still feels like it's somewhat open to each other. It's still accessible to each other, but it makes that dining room feel like its own unique space, which I think is important for people who want a dedicated dining area. And this is also important. So storage underneath the stairwells is definitely an underrated factor for a lot of people looking at homes like this. And then prior to that, we did see a utility room where there will be a washer and a dryer, which was accessible also to the primary closet. So you don't have to lug your dirty laundry through your home. You can just pop in there, and the utility room's in a perfect spot. This is also in a good spot. So this is going to be the half bath that is downstairs. So we have a powder bathroom right off of that main living area. And then from a design standpoint, I have a lot of my clients doing wallpaper after closing in powder bathrooms. And then for flooring, it's usually a good idea to have a good flow from the main living area. And I think my clients did that really well here, where the colors in the movement in this floor tile match up really well with the engineered hardwood that's in the main living area. And that's what I want to talk about next in detail, because flooring is one of the biggest upgrades you'll do if you're deciding to build from scratch. It's one of the most highest expenses that you'll have, other than maybe the upgrades in the kitchen and the primary bathroom. So while we're here in the garage, and then we're going to head to the study next, I just want to mention that most people, when they're looking at flooring, are debating between engineered hardwood, wood look tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Now, I would say most people at this square footage buying a forever home, they strongly prefer engineered hardwood. Only tough part is price. Most builders will charge quite a bit of a premium for an engineered hardwood like this. Now, at the time that we were building, I felt like Highland had great pricing. And because I've been to so many different design studios, I showed my clients that the pricing that Highland was providing was very good compared to other builders. In fact, I had another builder quote $70,000 just for hardwood flooring, and we were able to get that same flooring done after closing for $45,000. And the only tough part is you have to pay out of pocket, obviously, because it's not included in your mortgage. But I've had clients do that and rip out their flooring after they close. Luckily, we didn't have to do that here because we had a good price at the time we're at the design studio. Obviously, that can change over time, and you should reach out to me if you need help with that, because I'm constantly finding these builders changes and tracking these things like design upgrades. But luxury vinyl plank is something that's become more popular, but it just doesn't have the character look that I think most people want in a great engineered hardwood. Okay, moving on, we are in the media room, and this media room is downstairs, and I love how my clients painted it dark. It's so calming when you're in here and perfect for a late night movie. So I'm really excited for my clients to enjoy something like this. But I think the location of this room is really important. I've heard from many of my clients that live in a current home where they tell me they already have a media room, but they never use it because it's on the second floor. Especially for clients that have young kids where their kids are sleeping at 7, 8 o'clock at night. Well, hopefully they sleep at bedtime like they should. And when they do, the last thing you want is going upstairs close to their bedrooms and blasting a movie or like a ball game or something. And so a lot of my clients say they don't use their media room as much as they want. But if it was on the first floor, they feel like they would use it a lot more. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'm still trying to explore this. Majority of homes in Texas, if they do have a media room, it's usually on the second floor. At least that's what I've seen. But I'm hearing this get debated more often than I did in past years, that's for sure. Now, moving on, we are in a room that is not debated on whether you should have it in your 2-story home or not. I think it's because everybody needs to have this room moving forward in their home, and that is a second bedroom downstairs. So many people tell me they have parents staying with them and their parents are mobile, they can go up and down the steps, but maybe there will be a time where they want them to be on the first floor and they don't want them going up and down the steps. And I think having a second bedroom down like this with a walk-in shower like this is really important. My clients even elected to do a mud set shower. That means they do dig that floor tile into the concrete, or I should say, before they put in the floor tile, they dig down into the concrete so that when they put the floor tile in, you're not walking up into a shower on like an acrylic pan. Instead, you're walking down into a mud set shower, which tends to be a lot safer and also aesthetically looks a lot better. What also looks better as we head upstairs is take a look at the natural light that's coming in from the front door. And this is the best part about having double doors and being on an east-facing home. You just get so much great light coming in off the front of your home, and then you get the sunset in the back of your home. And a lot of people like that combination. And also a lot of my clients have an auspicious reason for wanting an east-facing or a north or northeast-facing home. So I'm often checking the direction of a lot of these lots that are here and a lot of the options that are here in the Austin metro. Also, this is another great part of having an open concept home. This plan has this game room loft area. My clients put in a lot of great lighting throughout the home, but I think it all goes back to natural light because that's what so many people tell me they want when they're moving to Austin. They want to spend time outdoors, and when they're indoors, they want to feel that natural light coming in through lots of windows and tall ceilings. And I think this perspective that you get in this loft area with those windows, even transom windows above the sliding glass door, windows above the front door that we saw previously, it just shows you how much natural light is really coming into this home, which is great. Now, this is also great. This is a storage area right next to the game room, which I think is important. But I want to really get to the next room because I think that next room is so important to have. In fact, the developer of this neighborhood of Santa Rita Ranch, he challenged all the builders to make room in the home for multi-generational purposes, meaning multiple generations can live in the home. Because what ends up happening is when people have kids, who follows the kids? It's the grandparents. The grandparents follow kids. And so having space for multiple generations in the home was really important. And that's what Highland was trying to do with this. This is the generational suite that's currently offered as an option in other neighborhoods, but in this neighborhood, we actually had it as an included option at the time we bought this home. And what it did is it provided this large bedroom upstairs and then this suite on-site bathroom that was huge with 2 vanities, a walk-in shower, and a tub that you're about to see next. And that allows for people that are having their parents maybe stay with them, that can still go up to the second floor, that is helping them, maybe if they have young kids or something like that, having them stay with you for weeks, sometimes months. It's tough when you are in a home where you feel like you're living on top of each other. But when you're in a home like this, where you have an on-site bathroom, and I'll keep showing that rising sun because it was so beautiful pouring into this bathroom, it really lit it up. And then you have a walk-in shower like this. These are the things that people ask me for. In fact, when people are moving from the West Coast, because I have so many people that are in tech moving from California, I get a lot of people calling me from Seattle, and then I get other various cities across the United States, and they say they want to move into Austin, and they tell me the main reason why is they want more space. Whether it might be up there, tech jobs might be a second factor, but ultimately they want more space because they don't have it where they currently live. And when they see a home like this that has a generational suite upstairs, downstairs had 2 bedrooms, a media room, even a study to work from home, it starts building the dream of realizing, hey, a forever home that we can grow into and be comfortable. And not only be comfortable, just us, family living, but also have family visit, have friends visit. A lot of people move to Austin, they realize this is an exciting city. A lot of people when you move to Austin, they want to visit you because Austin's the place to be, and there's a lot of events here, and there's always people traveling here. So some people buy these homes and they say that having these spaces where people can stay with them, friends or family, it's so important to them. And I think this home definitely accomplishes those things while still being open concept and having great design. I think it's got the perfect combination here. Now we have another full bathroom that's accessible from the hallway. We have another bedroom up here that we're gonna get to. And while we go through this, I wanna cover Santa Rita Ranch. Because like I mentioned earlier, this is my client's second home that they're building, that they built here, and they stayed here and even attracted family to move to this neighborhood because of all the things that are in this community. Now that starts with great amenities inside the neighborhood. And I mean amenity centers that have pools, volleyball court, the half-court basketball. Their newest amenity center has 3 different pools and a pickleball court. And there's just so many great events that are around these amenity centers that are throughout the year. So it just gets people out of their house, meeting their neighbors inside their community. And I think that's what so many people want, is that community feel. I think my clients always felt like they got that here in Santa Rita Ranch, and that's why they built their second home. Now, the other missing part for a lot of communities is on-site schools. This has plenty of on-site schools. It has a few elementary schools and a middle school, and that's why people continue to come out to this neighborhood. Now, if you want more details on what that looks like, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. At the top of the description of this video is my website that will have homes that are actually for sale, so I will give you a good feel for pricing. And then for everyone watching, show some love for my clients. Tell them what you love about their home in the comments below. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.